Hey everyone, your designers are here.
I'm Anita at Cedar Hill Farmhouse.
And I'm Yvonne at Stone Gable.
And I'm Kelly at My Soulful Home.
We've got tips, tricks, and decorating advice for you today, so let's get started.
This is episode 202, Must-Read Decor Books. And the show notes for today's episode can be found at decoratingtipsandtricks.com/202. I love decorating books.
Oh,
I do too. And I just want to get myself a fresh stack of some brand new ones that came out. So I'm going to share some new ones that I have on my list with everybody. But I want to ask you guys, how did everybody enjoy their Mother's Day? This is the Monday after Mother's Day, so I hope everybody out there had a great day.
Yes, my mom came down and she's still here. So we're having a great time.
That's wonderful. And I went to a lovely tavern that had a big Mother's Day brunch about an hour away, and my mother came and my sister and her husband came, and we just had a really lovely time together.
Oh, fun. Well, I did something very practical. I asked for my list to be worked on. So I created a to-do list, and I passed out ideas for everyone to jump in on something they wanted to do. I had so many volunteers. Not really. I had to roust everybody, but once I got rolling, it was kind of fun. And then we ordered in from this really great sushi restaurant. Anita, you would probably love this too because you love sushi. I don't know. Yvonne, do you love sushi too?
Well, it depends. I'm not a real raw girl, like a raw fish, but I do love sushi.
I do love good sushi, but I'm very wary of it unless it's really a very well-rated high-end restaurant. I'm not eating it there.
Give me a California roll, and I'm ready to dip it in wasabi or something good like that.
Oh, okay. Well, we're hardcore sushi people, and this comes from this restaurant called Sugarfish in town. And you can go there, but you have to wait really long time, and they don't take reservations.
We have one like that, yeah.
But they deliver to you the most beautiful kind of bento boxes with the sushi in them with a pretty description. It was so beautifully presented. So anyway, that was great.
That's like a present.
I got so many things done. It was awesome. So that was a really great present that I thought of on my own.
It wasn't just Mother's Day weekend for us. Evie graduated on Saturday.
Yay! Congratulations.
That's wonderful.
So she
Mom
graduated
and
from
family
college.
and Evie.
Yeah, so we had a wonderful celebration, and she has a week off, and then she's starting her internship for the summer, and she's so excited. And
that's great.
I'm so glad school is over because that homework was just the homework assistance was.
Yes. Yvonne, you want to kick us off?
Yeah, I do. I'm going to tell you about a decor book I'm reading now. And as a matter of fact, I got it on Amazon, but this is so funny. I actually ordered it twice. It looks so enticing. Good. Yeah. Every once in a while I'll get on and see what I could get. And if you know me, I like to get them very inexpensively, even used. I have a few in front of me that are used, but paid full price for this because I thought it was so charming. And then I guess I didn't read it, and then I was looking for other ones, and I reordered it because it looks so charming. That must be a good advertisement. It's called A Place to Call Home: Timeless Southern Charm, and it's by James T. Farmer. And
okay, I see that one pop up all the time. It looks really good.
It is. Okay. I love like Southern decor. And it's that fabulous mix of like rustic and refined, old and new, antiques and new things. And he talks about some homes he's done and his new home, and he weaves it. He is the best writer. He just sucks you in, and he has beautiful imagery in his writing, and his pictures are just like drool worthy. They're just so beautiful. So this is like my number one recommend today: A Place to Call Home: Timeless Southern Charms by James T. Farmer. Now I'm on my second read through. I put it down. Or
the second book that you bought?
No, I gave the book to my daughter. I thought she'd really love it. But no, I'm on, like, I read it and I thought, oh, I love this. And there's so much I could get out of it. Because, sometimes, let's admit, sometimes we just look at the pictures And I mean, seriously, if we're going to all talk about it, we'll look at the pictures, and if, sometimes I'll read it, sometimes I won't. But oh my gosh, the pictures are beautiful and the writing is sumptuous. So if you love decor, number one book read.
Mm.
How about you, Anita?
Oh, thanks. Well, I'm so excited about. Well, you remember the Veranda magazine? Do they still have that?
I love Veranda magazine.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
and
it's still out.
Still have
Okay,
it.
I can't remember.
Yeah, I do it in my
'cause
research when I go to Barnes and Noble. Always pick that out to read.
I love Veranda. So they're, and they've had, I'm sure, several books, but this one, Veranda Decorating, looks amazing. I don't have it yet, but this is definitely on my wish list, and I can't wait to get it.
This is on my list too. Is this the same one that comes out April 3rd? Or came out April 3rd, I should say?
Yes.
Okay.
It came out April 3rd. Have you gotten it yet?
No, but that's been on my list too. And I thought, well, now, I thought maybe I would get some books for Mother's Day, because I always people like to get me those books, but I got my job done. So I didn't get any books. So I now have to buy them myself.
Well, and you can't judge a book by its cover, but I don't know. I think you can in some ways. This cover looks beautiful, and I love the architecture.
The other thing you can do, says look inside, and you can get a real good feel if you do it on Amazon where it says look inside.
That's true. That one does have look inside.
I always do that. And it gives you
some of them have
peek.
look insides and some of them don't, I have to say. And my book has a look inside where you can even read part of it, which I think is really nice.
That.
And your book is
My Soulful Home, A Year in Flowers,
which is also a book that is now I have read that one, and that is amazing and definitely should be on your list if you don't have that one.
Well, thank you.
And so should yours, Anita. Yes, French Accents, and it is in its second edition. And the second edition, I have both. Wow, you really bulked it up there, girl, for the second edition. It's beautiful, and it's worth it because it has a lot more.
Yeah, that's right. And it's a bigger size now, too.
It is a bigger size. I'm glad you brought that up. Well, let's get back to Veranda.
Oh, yeah. I'm just looking at the pictures right now. And, I think the thing I like about Veranda is it's not just beautiful decor in the room. They photograph houses that have amazing architectural interest and details.
Yeah, it's a really nice high end. Like, it's almost like a House Beautiful level, the magazine in and of itself. And I don't have any of their books yet, but this is definitely one I want to get. And I liked the idea of the way they set it up. It's sort of decorating A to Z. They said everything from art to zoning. So I guess they're talking about where you put your house or something. I don't know what you can do. Yeah, so it's kind of intriguing. Yeah, so I think that is going to be a really lovely book to have. And, definitely stackable on your coffee table.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
This book.
I like books that are beautiful and stackable.
Yeah. One that I have read and I enjoyed so much, and I think everybody will enjoy it. I think our listeners will definitely get it about this book. They may even remember when the series that inspired this book came out in House Beautiful. I remember couldn't wait from month to month for the next issue of House Beautiful to come out so I could read another installment of Frances Schultz's ongoing series about her renovating her East Hampton house. Now, at the time, I was living out in the Hamptons too. And so I was definitely, everything she was saying was resonating with me. But here's the deal. The book is called Bee Cottage Story, and it's by Frances Schultz. And it was published in 2015. And the series that was in House Beautiful was way before that and ran over, several, I think a couple of years, at least, well, definitely over a year. But it started out as a decorating book, but it really evolved into a memoir. And it has absolutely beautiful photos and a really, really compelling story. So I'm not going to give it away, but there was definitely some sort of reinvention going on, which we're always so intrigued about with women. And, and sometimes people are handed something that maybe they didn't order, if you know what I mean. And they have to make the best of it. And in the midst of that, Frances was renovating this lovely cottage out in East Hampton, all shingly and charming and wonderful. But, with older houses come their issues. So I think everybody is going to enjoy this book on so many levels. So I highly, highly, highly recommend Bee Cottage Story by Frances Schultz.
Now that's going to have to be on my list. Once you say these things, it's like, oh, okay, I haven't read that. Now I have.
And we're going to include all the links to all these books. So you don't have to remember them all in the show notes. So go ahead. Go ahead, Yvonne.
Well, before you have a beautiful home, you have to have a tidy and organized home. And one of my go-to books is called The Home Decluttering Diet. And it's by our good friend, Jennifer Lifford, who has the blog Clean and Sensible, SCENTSIBLE. And it's a wonderful declutter because she goes room by room, almost like closet by closet, like under the sink. We had done a podcast episode not long ago, and we talked about how to clean, what to put under your sink, how to clean it out. Well, she has all of that, medicine cabinets, linen cabinets. So it's from your basement to your attic almost, and very practical tips. And she also has some great DIYs, like how to make this ladder for your bathroom that she just puts things on, and also just a drawer that you can put somewhere that you can put all your goodies that you have in it. But I really highly recommend that. It says, put your house on a diet for long-term results. I thought that was so cute.
Oh, great idea.
Yeah. So you want to have a nice, clean house, and it's a really easy and fast read because you go like, oh, okay, that makes sense. And oh, that makes sense. And that makes sense. And so you can keep coming back to it over and over again when your house like has a binge month. So you want to get it back on a diet.
Oh, yeah.
Don't you just love a great recommendation from a friend? Well, we're delighted to be recommending these companies and their wonderful products to you today. And let them know your friends at DTT sent you. Inevitably, with the new year come wellness goals. One very effective and easy to reach goal is to add dose to your wellness regime. Dose is expertly formulated organic wellness shots that support your liver in one delicious drink. Formulated with ingredients clinically shown to support liver health, potent turmeric, milk thistle, and ginger. There's 0 sugar and 0 calories. Did you know that your liver performs over 500 special functions? Since I learned all that my liver is doing, I started with Dose to support all those vital functions. I take a shot of refreshing Dose 2 times per week to combat everyday toxins from food, meds, alcohol, and unhealthy air. Since starting with Dose about a month ago, I am definitely feeling an overall improvement in my health. So if you want to give Dose a shot and invest in your health like I have, Dose is offering DTT listeners 15% off your first order, plus an additional 15% off if you subscribe for a monthly delivery. That's 30% off your first order. So go to dosedaily.co/DTT and use the code DTT. That's dosedaily.co.co/DTT and use the code DTT. Pesto pork chops over Parmesan polenta. Not that easy to say, but oh so easy to make with Green Chef. Green Chef is the #1 meal kit company for eating well, and we have such a great deal for you. You're going to save $250. Listen on for the details on that. Green Chef makes eating well easy for any lifestyle, whether you're keto, paleo, vegan, vegetarian, gluten-free, or just looking to eat more balanced meals. You know, we're getting into the busy holiday season, so it's a perfect time to have Green Chef help you out. Let Green Chef take the work out of eating clean this holiday season with their chef-crafted, nutritionist-approved recipes featuring fresh ingredients and nothing artificial. And you know what? You don't have to lose track of your healthy eating habits during the holidays. Every Green Chef customer gets a free session with their registered dietitians who will walk you through how to make clean eating work for you. So sign up for your free session and start on the road towards better health today. And that deal I want to tell you about. Visit greenchef.com/DTT250 and use the code DTT250 for $250 off your order. So that's greenchef.com/DTT250 and use the code DTT250 for $250 off your order.
Well, interestingly enough, I'm sitting next to a pile of things that I'm either going to do a garage sale for or consign or something. So I just went through my house and I'm pulling out things. I actually love all these things, but there's just too much in my house again, and I have to do this all the time. So, I think I need that book as well. Now, another book on my list, today, most of these books I'm going to be covering are books I don't have yet, but I love design books. So I'm always on the lookout for new ones. And this one is called A Passion for Blue and White by Carolyn Rome. And the interesting thing is it was written in '08, but it is still in the top 100 books in the interior decorating category. Now that's a good book.
Mm-hmm.
So,
well, I love
that has the lasting.
Anything she does. I have one here. It's a flower book about flowers.
It's a beautiful floral.
Yeah.
designer.
So anything that she writes, I love.
Well, and I'm thinking two of the three of us love blue and white. So I'm thinking that might be a really good one for us.
And I think blue and white is the most popular color combination to decorate with. So
I believe you're right.
That's a really good book to have.
Well, you know what I love?
What do you love?
I love California. And there's a book called I Love California by Nathan Turner. And it looks so wonderful. It's really a love letter to the state, his home state of California. And I have to say, I love New York too. Mm-hmm. So I am torn, but
you're
it's my home state. It's in bicoastal. But this book looks really great, you guys. So whether or not you love the state of California or you just love that sort of California state of mind, I think that you will really enjoy this book. I am definitely ordering this. It looks like something that would be perfect to arrive around summertime. And it is filled not only with beautiful photos and lifestyle ideas about entertaining and whatnot, but also if you live in California or traveling to California, and Nathan lists his favorite things to do in all the different parts of California. As you know, quite a large state, lots of land to cover and lots of areas to explore. And this might be the best part. He has so many recipes from what's supposed to be this drop dead lemon bundt cake to all kinds of Mexican dishes and things that would be, definitely have a California feel to it as far as your menu for a party. And I understand for a meeting, and he has a lot of photos in the Amazon listing, so you can really get a good idea. And there's a ton of really great reviews already. And again, this one just came out like a week ago.
Hot off the press. I love that.
Hot off the presses. So definitely check out I Love California by Nathan Turner. There's another one that really had caught my eye. It's called Vintage French Style Homes and Gardens, inspired by a love of France. And it's by a woman named Carolyn Westbrook, who apparently is also a Texan. I don't know what all these Texas girls want to really be French girls, but okay. But anyway, looks gorgeous. And again, has a bunch of photos on the Amazon listing. So you can go take a peek and see what I saw. This one just came out on April 10th.
It looks
2018. Beautiful. It does, doesn't it? Yeah. And I love this as well. The first part is 10 locations that I guess Carolyn has chosen to showcase. So while it's French, I think it is showing French decor, how it can be mixed in. Like Anita loves to deal with the highs and lows and the rustic and the elegant. I think there's even a home in there that's sort of mid-century that's got some French stuff mixed in. So,
well, I say you can put a French chair with any style.
I know you do.
So,
so apparently Carolyn is, definitely raising her hand and agreeing with you. And then part 2 of her book is details and vignettes. And of course, you can't get enough of that, and just seeing pretty things styled with other pretty things. And what a lovely way to while away about an hour or so sitting in your cozy chair, maybe your cozy French chair, and enjoying vintage French style homes and gardens inspired by a love of France by Carolyn Westbrook.
Wow.
Yeah,
another book I may have to get. I have one that I was at the Ballard store not long ago, and I really like Susanna Salk, and I found her through a podcast. Through a channel called Quintessence, and she interviews a lot of designers and goes into their homes, and it's really exciting. She has a book. It's called The Small Things, and I so believe in this, creating big moments in your house through the stylish small stuff. So it's great because every single page has a big picture on it, and then she gives you a little description of what maybe to look at, what makes it so pretty, what small things are going on that, you could incorporate in your home. And it's a lovely high-end book, and it's a nice, what I like about it? It's the size of a note. It's smaller than a notebook. So it's really a toteable book.
Oh, that's great. Because I'm always wanting to bring things like that on a plane because, they tell you have Wi-Fi and then you really don't have Wi-Fi or you have Wi-Fi and you paid for it and it doesn't work. And so I'm always with I have my notebooks with me. And if you could just tuck a small little volume in, that would be great.
Well, it's a thick little volume. So it would be, it's heavier, but it's
can you
nice
explain
size.
to me? Okay, but now you said Ballard, but why did you reference Ballard with her?
Because I got this book through Ballard. I was at we have a Ballard store. I mean, I have to travel a bit, like an hour and 20 minutes from us, but it was so worth it. And I really like their books. I've gotten several books that they have, and I tend to really like what they have. So I saw this and I thought, okay, I'll look at this because I really believe that you can have a big decor punch using small things or doing it in small ways. And she did a wonderful job. Now, a lot of this, I must admit, is not my style. However, I believe that I could look at almost any decor picture and learn something or get an inspiration or turn it a little bit like, I understand that concept. I could use that this and so way in my house. And I think as decorators, and if you love decorating, I bet you can do that too. And I just think it's so pretty because my house doesn't, as you can see, if you can hear, I'm rifling through the book. I think when we look at decor books, I don't have a lot of color in my house because I work with so much color all day long, and I'm working with, I just have so much visual that for me that works. And it's also a great way I can transition in and out color as I like. But I love to look at colorful rooms. And this book is just full of great color, really great ideas, and interesting things that I thought, I should pick up that, brass covered dish that looks so pretty on a pedestal. That would look great, like even in a bathroom, that you open it up and you could have, Q-tips or cotton balls or something like that in it. So this book shows little things you that you have or you can get that you can use it for a big decor punch.
Well, I do enjoy that Quintessence YouTube channel.
I love it.
I know you like that as well, Yvonne. So we'll link that in the show notes.
Okay.
That is where Susanna Salk is the host of that.
Right.
And I just feel I've only watched maybe, aggregate over the last year, like maybe an hour and a half of it. But she has a very welcoming type of personality. And she is going into people's homes all the time. And I'm sure some of them she's crossed paths with, but I'm sure a lot of them are new to her. And they're also, a lot of them are Callan Rome standards, but she's not walking into just anybody's house and saying, hey, I think your kitchen's great. Can we walk around? These are people that are established in the industry, and she just has a very comfortable way about her. I really like her. So I'm going to put that on my list because.
Well, Kelly, this is so funny. She sort of reminds me of you, to be honest with you.
No wonder I like her. She's fabulous.
You like yourself.
I mean, she's cute and chatty and fun, and she can really pick up the vibe.
Though,
she is, but no, I mean her personality. Really
reference.
Yes, she is tall.
Well, who she interviewed that I loved was Charlotte Moss was on one of her videos talking about her book, which is on my list. Charlotte Moss Entertains Celebrations and Everyday Occasions. And it is beautiful. So if you like a beautiful tablescape, I think this is the book for you. I don't have this one yet. It's on my list, but it does have the look inside feature on Amazon, so you can see the pictures. But again, I saw the video of the table, and she was talking about everything on the table. Everything had a story. Everything was beautiful. There were so many unique things on the table. So I'm sure each tablescape is so different. And so if you like giving parties or you love collecting dishes, I think you're going to really enjoy this one.
You cannot go wrong with Charlotte Moss.
No.
Can't go wrong.
Charlotte Moss, just like Rome. You can't. Any book she writes is going to be a gorgeous book.
Yeah,
especially if you love visually beautiful things.
Right, and when you're going to plunk down, close to $30 for a book, you want to know that you're going to really enjoy it. So I think, if you picked a Charlotte Moss book, a Bunny Williams book, Carolyn Rome book, Anita Joyce book, you are going to get more.
Kelly Wilkniss book.
Thank you, John. You are definitely going to get more for your dollar than you bargained for.
And they tend to be bigger books, so they're great for coffee table books.
Yeah, so we can talk about that. I mean, how do you like to, after you've read your books, do you put them on a shelf? Do you select ones where the spines match and put them out? Do you just put your newest faves out on your coffee table? How do you guys handle that?
They're everywhere. I primarily have a shelf in my office that I have most of my books on, but you should see my bedside acrylic. I have acrylic nesting tables, just because they're not visually weighty, but I weight them down with all of these books.
With all your
books. I have stacks of books because it's so much fun to read. They're in my sitting room. They're in my chair in my family room. They're under my tables in my living room. They're everywhere. I love decorating books.
I keep mine in the study, there's kind of a special decorating section on because I've got those bookcases behind my desk in my study. So they're all in one section there. So I can, and of course that's my favorite section of the whole bookcase.
Yeah, like a lending library. But I do want to fit in. I know we're sort of running out of time, and girls, let's put the remainder of the decorating books we like on the show notes.
I'm going to include
this book that I got, and it's like so beat up because I reference it all the time. It's called Beautiful, All American Decorating and Timeless Styles, and it's by Mark D. Sykes, and I think it's his first book. Book. It's sort of current within the last few years, and he does the most beautiful pictures and beautiful like he has one section called A Juxtaposition of Objects, and he has really wonderful things to say, and he does it by color, and he does the color he's talking about such justice. He's just a really fabulous decorator that I've come to love, and he loves chinoiserie. And his blue and white is absolutely gorgeous. It has all these beautiful pieces, and he mixes them with like warm browns, and it's just gorgeous. So if you like decorating, you'd love that book.
Green Chef is a delicious delight any time of year, but especially during the holidays. What a wonderful vision to behold as the Green Chef boxes on your doorstep. Green Chef is the #1 meal kit for eating well. And it makes eating well so easy with plans to fit every lifestyle, whether you're keto, paleo, vegan, vegetarian, gluten-free, or just looking to eat a more balanced diet. So let Green Chef take the work out of eating clean this holiday season. And if you've got guests coming, shop Green Bundles. They're now available at the Green Market. It's your one-stop shop for nutritious grab-and-go breakfasts, including vegan options, brunch kits, wholesome lunches, ready-to-eat snacks, veggie sides, and more. You can feel your best this December and do your best with Green Chef because they offset 100% of the delivery emissions as well as 100% of the plastic in every box. Go to greenchef.com/60DTT and use the code 60DTT and get 60% off plus 20% off your next 2 months. greenchef.com/60DTT and use the code 60DTT to get 60% off plus 20% off your next 2 months. Go ahead. clean out your closet. Then head straight to Quince. I love every item Quince offers, from wardrobe to decor, and I can really recommend their Ultra Stretch Super Wide Leg Pant at $49.90. The price is unbeatable, and the look is so flattering. It keeps you in on top and flares out of the bottom. Everything feels right with Quince. The price, the quality, and the sustainability. Quince offers a range of luxury wardrobe and home goods at prices within reach. And like Quince's clothing, their home goods are priced 50 to 80% less than similar brands. Quince only works with factories that use safe, ethical, and responsible manufacturing practices, along with premium fabrics and finishes. Once you've cleaned out your closet and refreshed with Quince, you can also add something to your home decor. So give your wardrobe and your home the refresh it needs with Quince. Go to quince.com/DTT to get free shipping and 365-day returns on your next order. That's Quince, QUINCE.com/DTT for free shipping and 365-day returns. Quince.com/DTT. And let me know how you love those pants. Yeah, that sounds beautiful. He also has a line of shirts, blue and white striped shirts that are pretty fab.
For men or for women?
I think they're unisex shirts.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, he does blue and white justice, so I can understand that.
Yeah. Yeah. I just wanted to tell you how I handle my decor books. I don't have quite as many as Mrs. Pratt does. But I want to have more. But here's the thing. This is why we decided to have episodes like this. I think this is our second, possibly third in the,
I think it's our
14
third.
or 15 months.
Wow.
People do ask, about particular books. It's great to get a recommendation. You just for a movie or for a TV series. Like, I can still remember when my mom told me, you should watch this thing called Downton Abbey. Hello. Should I? She's like, you're going to love it. So once someone gives you a recommendation, someone that you trust in particular, then, you're much more inclined and, it's been vetted for you. So it's been curated in a sense. So you have this nice list now. And, we three, we overlap a lot, but we have different tastes. And we also are definitely willing to push our own envelopes to try different things. Like Yvonne was saying, she may not actually decorate like Susanna Salk, but she can appreciate what she's doing and maybe translate it into pieces that she has in her own house. So, take this list. If you've got a little time and you poke it around on the internet, go and look at the book, see the other reviews, and maybe you want to pick up one or two or a handful for yourself. And if you do, what I like to do with my new ones that come in, and then my, of course, my Anita books are on my house, always in a prominent position. But on my coffee table, which is a narrow rectangle, I have one end with a big silver tray, and that's sort of a changing vignette. I usually have a vase, a candle, and then some odd third thing like a willow ball or, a little feather ball that I like to move around. Or, if I don't feel like taking care of a plant at that time, maybe I pull out the cloche and put something under it. So that changes, but really the other end is so easy to deal with. I put 3 books, and usually I kind of try to manipulate them so the spines match what's going on. I'm not saying I wouldn't buy a blue spined book if it was a really good book. But I might be more inclined if it's
poor Phoebe Howard.
Exactly. In the blue, in the golds, or
I can't believe I heard that.
Oh, it's so true. And you all do it too. And then on top of that, I like to put something interesting but flat, and I splay them a little bit, just a little splay, and so right now I have this oversized tortoise handled magnifying glass on top, so it just it looks like it was well thought out, not just like I dropped 3 books there. But the other thing that happens when you have them out on display is that you tend to look at them. If I put them away on a shelf or I had them in a basket somewhere, I might not make the time. But if I see them sitting there, I think, let me just pick up Bettina Farm, and that's been on my list before, and I could continue to be on my list always.
Oh, love it.
Or, pick up one of the new ones. Someone gave me this modern farmhouse book not too long ago. And I was just flipping through it the other day. And again, just to get a little inspiration. It's a great book. But if it was stuck away on a shelf for me, I probably wouldn't make the effort to go get it because my collection is not so expansive. So I suggest to anybody who might be investing in a series of these decorating books is put them out on display, and also you've spent the money for them, use them as decor.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, absolutely.
Remember, we're here to inspire you to create a beautiful home. Until next time. Hey, everybody. We want to thank you so much for listening to Decorating Tips and Tricks. And we want to make it even easier for you to listen. And it's easier if you subscribe. You just click the subscribe button on our website, www.decoratingtipsandtricks.com, or you can subscribe through Apple Podcast or any of your favorite podcast listeners. When you subscribe, DTT comes free right to you 3 days a week. So until next time.